Today we're going to be reviewing how to round to the nearest 10 using 3-digit numbers. So one of the things that we need to consider with our 3-digit numbers is that there are some 10s in this number. If you look at this number, most of us would probably say that there are 2 10s in this number, and that is correct. But let's take a little bit closer look. I have drawn this number out using our base 10 model. So I have 3 blocks of 100, my 2 strips of 10, and then my 1 single. So we can see the 2 10s here, but we also know that these blocks of 100 are made up of 10 10s. So there are actually 10 10s that make this 100. There are 10 10s that make this 100, and there are 10 10s that make this 100. So if we think about this that way, we can see that we have 10 10s, 20 10s, 30 10s, 31 10s, 32 10s. And a lot of our students will start to see that in the number, there are 32 10s. It's everything that is not in the ones. Our ones cannot be a 10. But our 10s can be 10s, and our hundreds can be broken into 10s. So I have 32 10s in this number. Okay, so that's important for us to know when we are rounding to the nearest 10 with our 3-digit numbers, how many 10s there are. So as we've done before, we can put this on a number line. If we have 321, I see my 32 10s here. That's going to be my first benchmark, 32 10s. Or we might say that number is 320. 10 more is going to give me my second benchmark, so that's 330. Now there are 10 spaces between these two numbers, so my midpoint I know is going to have a 5 in the ones place. So this is going to be 325. So we can see the 32 10s still are 32 here in the 10s. So our next step is to find our number. Our number is 321. I can see that 321 is going to be less than 325, which means that it's closer to 320. So 321 rounds to 320. Let's try one more. In the number 486, I can see my 8 10s, but I also know that the 400 is 40 10s. So really, in this number, I have 400, in 486, I have 48 10s. I'm going to use my number line. My first step is to find my 2 benchmarks. So I have 48 10s. That's where I see that. 10 more is going to be 490. There's 10 spaces between these two numbers. My second step is to find my midpoint. So that's going to be 485. My number is 486. It's greater than my midpoint, which means that it's going to round to 490.